inclusive and methodical approach aimed at implementing a definitive solution to the crisis in the Northwest and Southwest. Among other things, this included release of all those who are detained in the context of the Anglophone crisis, ceasefire negotiated with armed groups, withdrawal of the third category forces from Northwest and Southwest, establishment of a disarmament, demobilization, reintegration committee, emergency humanitarian and financial assistance for the return of displaced persons and refugees and their reintegration, establishment of a Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission, launch of the broad inclusive national dialogue with the support of the international community. The broad inclusive national dialogue that the situation of the country commands must deal with other issues, including particularly the reform of the electoral system, the reform of our institutions, the guarantee of fundamental human rights and public freedoms, and the guarantee of the independence of justice. For such a dialogue to be really useful, effective, and successful, a preparatory working group must firstly be assigned the task to resolve certain practical and critical issues within the framework of the draft text to be submitted to the approval of the participants at its opening. These include the draft agenda, the dates and the calendar of the events, the organization of the Dialogue Bureau, the organization of debates and decision-making procedures, the acceptance of the binding nature of the dialogue's resolutions, the timeline for implementation of the resolutions, the implementation monitoring mechanism. Regarding the agenda of the Grand National Dialogue, the CRM, having noted that it will go beyond the crisis in the Northwest and the Southwest and reach to other questions of national importance, considered that this had to include a number of essential requirements for its success.
Hello guys, so this is the solution of Professor Maurice Kamto. He's been proposing that since 2018. So I'm just here to remind you about these proposals, and you have to add to it something very important, because now it's emerging that the federalism should be the regime that needs to be adopted in Cameroon, and Professor Maurice Kamto is aware of that. So Professor Maurice Kamto has been very vocal about that in Cameroon we will have we need to implement the federalism, and because everyone now is talking about Anglophones want the federalism, and that federalism could be also would be implemented by creating two states, so two federal states, the Francophone and the Anglophone. And then with the time we could be able to extend the federalism also within other regions, because as you know, and we are suffering because the Biya regime has contracted, I can say that, has concentrated all the power in its hands. We need to avoid that, guys. So we want a president who is going to allow the resources to be allocated in different regions, in different federal regions, and those regions will be able to take care of their own businesses and their own affairs. This is the kind of states that we need to run in Cameroon. This is how the Cameroon should be run, and if we are able to put that in place, we can have a certain guarantee that the development of our country will take off, guys. So we are aware of that, and we know how to do that. Professor Maurice Kamto has been working very diligently in the past years, even during his professional career. So he knows what he's talking about. He is prepared to do that. And I just want us to give him the chance to run our country. It will be a chance for us, guys, because what at stake is massively important. We need to become one people, one nation again, guys. And Professor Maurice Kamto has a solution to fix the problem of the Anglophone people, because even he has been addressing the issue even way before the war ever started in the Anglophone regions. Immediately after his arrival in the political arena, Professor Maurice Kamto has been acknowledging the problem of Anglophones, because he knows what because he was aware of the situation of Anglophone people who were Anglophones who were complaining at the time already. They were mentioning the fact that they are not taken into account when it comes to make some decisions in the central power, and Anglophones have been addressing the issues so many times. And so when the war burst out, and it started from a crisis, got transformed into a war, but the Biya regime did not and doesn't want to fix that, because they know that by doing so they are going to lose an inch of their power. Mr. Biya doesn't want to share his power with anyone. So guys, it's only with Professor Maurice Kamto that they will be able to solve the issue of Anglophone people. It's only with Professor Maurice Kamto. He is not going to do that only for Anglophone people, but he is going to do that to consolidate the relationship between Francophones and Anglophones, and also within the whole nation. We need somebody like him to launch the development of our country, to utilize the resources, to allocate the resources where the need is more pronounced, according to the expectations, according to the demand, and the resources will be shared within the nation, because we are having this fratricidal war, because Anglophones did not accept the fact that they have been taken as second-class citizens, and the way that the resources were shared was was unfair. So everyone can advocate that, can revise the past, and to see that even right now, you see our prime minister, the prime minister of Cameroon does not have any power. He is just there for a symbolic reason, but he doesn't play any role. He cannot decide anything, when in fact he is the prime minister who is supposed to implement the politics of Mr. Biya, the policies of the government. But he is not useful. He's not there. He is not doing anything. And this is what we need to change, guys. We are not living in a monarchy in which one individual has to decide on behalf of all people. This is not something that we can accept, guys. We need to put in place a true parliament. People embodied by people who can make decisions for their constituents. So, guys, this is why we are here. We are here because we have somebody like Professor Maurice Kamto. We believe that he will be a very good president, a good leader for us, guys. Please, let's trust him. Let's support him. I'm inviting you to come together. Please join us. All together, we are going to form a critical number of people who will be able to carry the candidacy of Professor Maurice Kamto in the upcoming presidential elections, and we will vote for him. We'll be ready to defend our vote. If we do that, guys, I can guarantee you that we will force the Biya regime to leave power, to step down, and we will put our hearts, all our desire, our consciousness, we will put everything, all our effort, guys, to fix our problems. We don't need the Biya regime anymore. We don't need those people who have been dividing Cameroonians. We need people who are serious, people who are people like Professor Maurice Kamto, because he's a man of integrity. He's a very prepared man. He is serious. He knows what he wants to do in Cameroon. If you count on him, guys, we are not going to regret it. Please, let's trust him. Please, let's trust him. Everywhere you are, try to convince your brothers and sisters, even those who are skeptical, who do not want to hear about things from Cameroon, because they are disappointed. So I understand that. I also understand the pain of people, understand those who lost some families members. It's difficult, it's tough, guys. But we need to put an end to the war. We need to put an end to the bloodshed. Professor Maurice Kamto is the only option we have right now. He is on the table. The option is there. We cannot allow ourselves to lose that chance, guys. Professor Maurice Kamto is a serious man. He is prepared. He is competent. He is credible. He knows what he's talking about. He's been preparing his candidacy for more than 10 years. He has a project for us that it will be implemented in Cameroon. Every aspect is saying that he has the best project for Cameroonians. This is who we need Rwanda in Cameroon, guys. Please, let's make the right choice. Please, let's trust Professor Maurice Kamto. Please, let's give ourselves this chance to have a new leadership in Cameroon. We need somebody who is going to embody our need, our request. Somebody who is going to be responding, to be dynamic, to be proactive, to be ready to respond to our expectations. Guys, we need somebody like Professor Maurice Kamto. He's been doing that for his entire life. Look at the way that he has managed his own professional career. He is, he is an international lawyer. He is a professor. He has done a lot for himself. He has done a lot for the nation. Now he wants to do more for the nation as the president of Cameroon. Please, guys, let's reconcile. I'm asking you to reconsider your decisions. Those who are, who are reluctant about the fact that somehow they will be supporting Professor Maurice Kamto. Look at what is happening right now. This is a humanitarian situation which is going on in Cameroon. Anglophones are distributed in many cities in Cameroon, but they are not going to school. Children are lost, they are abandoned in the streets. They are becoming delinquents. Their education is abandoned, is lost, guys. We need these children to go back to school. We need those families to go back to their villages, to their houses. For that, we need Professor Maurice Kamto, who is going to put in place this context for a genuine and inclusive dialogue. We need somebody like him, guys. Please, let's trust him. Okay, guys, take care. Bye-bye.